And so for your individual farm or for your property or properties that you know, as soon as we got the information from the state that these are the new values, we emailed out all of the emails that we have on CAUV, made press releases, I did videos. Essentially, our role, I wanted folks to be as up to date, as aware as possible that these values were changing. And we put these on our websites that you can actually do your own change and see where your values will be moving for your CAUV. Now, this is the time for the other takeaway that I want to make sure that everyone is aware and knows. So remember, the first one is that county auditors have no role in determining the formula, in adjusting the formula. We're just administrative. The second one is that value increases do not equal dollar for dollar or percentage for percentage tax increases. So as we start to talk about what the average value increases are for CAUV or for properties in general during the triennial, these average value increases are not tax increases. Taxes will increase, unfortunately, due to higher values, but they will not increase at the same amount as we're seeing values increase. So as we talk about, 30%, 40%, unfortunately, we're going to be seeing 300% for CAUV in some soil types. Those are value increases. Those are not 300%, 30%, 40% tax increases. And I'll get to why we can't talk about tax rates or tax increases yet, but it's very important to know and to share with everyone that value increases do not equal dollar for dollar, percentage for percentage tax increases. So where do you see your change then? There's a couple different options on our website, and you'll see these here, and I'll actually display one for you so that you can see it. You should be able to see our website now on your screen. I just want to make sure that you can, so that this is an important part. And yes, you can. Excellent. So you go on our website. Also, we can do this if you come in person and talk to us here. We can walk you through this as well at our office. There's two different places that you can go to see this. One, I highly encourage you to come down to the latest news, or in the rotator right here, state mandated CAUV 2023 values released. What you'll see here is a ton of information, essentially what we're talking about now, and a whole bunch of links where you can go and see more details about what's happening. I've made a couple of videos. I also encourage you, the Farm Bureau has an excellent website for CAUV resources and information. Click here for that. But if you want to see essentially where your values are going for your individual property, you can either click here to view the changes in 2020 values versus the 2023 values. We'll go through this process first so that you can see it, and then I'll show you the other spot on our website that you can see it. So if you click here, what's going to come up is this Excel sheet. And on this Excel sheet, you're going to see here right now the 2023 values and the 2020 values. And you're going to see all the different soil types that we have here in Ashtabula County. And so you're going to be able to see then, for example, BKA soil in 2020, the crop was $900 an acre. In 2023, the state value is $2,100 an acre. Heather also did an excellent job at, and this is how, and one of the reasons why we've acted so quickly and so strongly as we have, breaking out what the percentage increase is and how many crops acres and how many wood acres are impacted here in Ashtabula County. Now, you're going to see the largest acreage impact is MHA soil type. Nearly 40,000 acres in Ashtabula County have that soil type. You'll see we have just over 103,000 acres in CAUV, 108,000 total in the program. So 40,000 acres are MHA soil type. In 2020, that soil type was $350 an acre. In 2023, for next year's tax bill, that soil type will now be $1,090 an acre. That's a 311% increase. That is why this is a very serious conversation, and we want property owners to know that these increases are coming to the level that they are. So you can use this Excel to be able to see yourself, and I'll show you how you can see yourself on your property page. So I'm going to keep this right here. And this is our website still. I'm going to go to property search. Anyone can do this. This is our public website. Owner search. One of the more prolific farmers here in the county, the Uhas brothers. I'm going to search for one of their properties. Search, you can do your last name, you can do by address. We're going to pull up the very first one of their properties here on 307. This is your property page. You'll be able to see values, your land, any commercial information, your tax summary. Tax distribution is very important for you to see where your tax bill is actually going. But in your case, if you're on CAUV, if you click CAUV Ag District, you'll see your application number, and then you'll actually be able to see your soil values. So this is on their property. This is 300 acres of farmland. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different types of soils on their 300 acres of property. And so what they could do, what you can do from your home, is go through either on Excel or you can do it just by hand. So you can see MHA, remember that's the soil type I just brought up. They have 114 acres of MHA. Currently, like I said, that is a $350 value. So their value for that property is $39,910. Now, with the new CUV values, that 114 acres is moving to $1,090 an acre. And so their new CUV value for just that soil type will be $124,292. So they can go through and they can see their new values for all their different soil types. Now, as I said, what they're going to see and what property owners across Ashtabula County and what property owners across Ohio are seeing is that there will be large increases in the value for CUV types for most soil types. Now, that 311% increase in value is not a 311% increase in taxes. There are many different things that factor into the tax rate and what your actual tax amount will be that make the value increase not proportional to the tax increase. A number of different things, including reduction factors. Most levies that are on the books that you vote on actually bring in the exact same revenue every year. They don't increase in revenue. And so we'll decrease the tax rate by the amount of value increase to make sure that local entities receive the same amount. There's also different aspects because CUV and agriculture is in the same tax bucket as residential. And you pay your taxes proportional to your value in relation to the district's value. So if residential properties increase in value and agriculture CUV properties stay the same, well, now those properties have less proportion than the residential. Now, in this case, because we're also in an update year, we're seeing residential properties increase as well. And so we're really unsure then what's going to happen in terms of how that works for the proportionality. And we also, of course, this November have levies on the ballot that, should voters pass or not pass, will also impact the tax rate. And so we can't say yet then what the tax amount will be, but we want folks to be prepared and to know that the values are increasing. Now, that's the most significant increase in value is the 311 for most people. We do see other increases higher. Those are much smaller amounts of acreage, though, across our county. So that would be one way for how you can look and see for your soil type changes. The other way would be for you to go to our CEV page. And on the CEV page, you'll actually be able to see soil rates over the years, info on soil types, and a little bit more on CEV. So if you click soil rates over the years, there'll be a PDF that comes up that you'll be able to see what your soil types were going back. Now you'll see that 2014 was the last spike. For some of these, they will be lower. So MHA is actually lower than the 2014 spike. For some, they'll be higher. Now, we did just get a question, who sets the values for these soil types and how do they determine the values? So I did answer that in a couple of slides back, but real quick, just because this came up, The State Department of Taxation will take a formula that you can rewatch the webinar or go to our website on that link there here at home and on state mandated CAUV. You'll be able to you can click any of these FAQs. You can read my press release right here. You can also visit the Ohio Farm Bureau website, or this probably one of these two videos will help explain the formula a little bit more. Essentially, the state mandates the formula, mandates the values, and we administrate the values. That's based on inflationary pressures and the economic situation as to why those values have increased. So just to answer your question real quick. So that's how you view your soil values. And I'm gonna get back to the presentation here now. So as you do that at home, feel free to reach out to us, ask if you're doing it correctly, for you to be able to see your updated value.